We're doing geophysics. We're doing ground geophysics. We've wrapped up two of the three surveys. We're finishing the last one now. We should have results out on that in March, but even in today's press release, one of the things that we reported that's very important is that blind area under that thin glacial till cover. It is lighting up with anomalies with the preliminary geophysics data.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. Joining me now is Dan Simons. He's the CEO of C3 Metals. And Dan, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing well, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, more great news out from the company today. This one on the Khaleesi project in Peru. You've been able to, last time you had talked about this, you had mentioned that you had found sort of an anomaly area, but now you've increased that. So tell me what's going on here, Dan.
Yeah, we got the community agreement in place with the local indigenous community in August, and that allowed us to get on the ground and do some more advanced surface exploration. And we identified an alteration zone of a kilometer and a half by a kilometer here with some outcropping, skarn, and porphyry style information on the property. That mineralization dips under an area of glacial till and then comes back under the area of side. So in the center, it's concealed and masked. We then underwent, and what we're reporting today is results from a 50-meter space grid soil sampling program, really to identify where the best grades for copper and soils as well as other elements. And we're very, very pleased with the results. You got 1,900 meters by up to 650 meters of very high grade copper and soils. The half of that's over 600 ppm and the other half's over 950 ppm. And just for reference, we start getting excited about anything over 300. So you're double and triple the grade in soils of what you start getting excited about.
Dan, this obviously was not unexpected. You felt that you were sort of in the right particular area, but is it just the amount of ppm that you're seeing and the general size of it with just this 50 by 50?
Yeah, it's the general size of it, because the scale potential then suggests if you just start doing this is a high level thumb suck, okay, for tonnage potential. We may not have any economic tons here. We won't know until we drill. But if you just do some high level math on this and you take what the volume of the rock will be over this area, you're looking at a tonnage potential over 500 million tons and quite frankly up to 1 billion tons of rock. So the question is going to be, what is the grade of that? And when we look at the other four big deposits, and three of them being operating mines right near us, when we think about MMG's Las Bambas, Hudbay's Constancia, Glencore's operating further to the southeast, and then First Quantum has a Cara project, those are all north of 500 million tons at ore grades, obviously being mines, and Las Bambas being the biggest at 1.2 billion. So we're in elephant country here, and what we're seeing is all the ingredients that we're seeing are pointing to a system of considerable scale.
Yeah. So now the next stage is you're underway with some geophysical work that from the air, from the ground, you're kind of attacking it everywhere.
Yeah, so we're doing geophysics. We're doing ground geophysics. We've wrapped up two of the three surveys. We're finishing the last one now. We should have results out on that in March, but even in today's press release, one of the things that we reported that's very important is that blind area under that thin glacial till cover. It is lighting up with anomalies with the preliminary geophysics data. So that would suggest where we have these high-grade copper soil zones on either side of that till, that basically that till is masking what the copper coming up through soils, because a glacier would have gone through and slid down this area, and it deposits a bunch of mud and debris and other rocks, so it's masking that area. But the geophysics are certainly pointing to a large anomaly connecting this whole zone.
All right, it's going to be exciting times ahead. We look forward to more results very soon. Dan, thanks so much. Good to catch up with you, and congratulations on this. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Thanks, Steve.
All right, Dan Simons, the CEO of C3 Metals.